Hey guys, it's Alex
And Jordan.
from the local lowdown, filling in for Mel on this fine evening. We are here with a not quite so local band, quite far away, Pool Kids.
Woo! Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Nice. Do you guys want to go around the room, introduce yourselves?
Sure. I am Christine, vocalist, guitarist.
Hi, I'm Nicolette. I play bass.
Hi, I'm Andy. I play guitar.
And our drummer is Caden. We have no idea where Caden is. He's lost in the crowd right now.
Lost in the mosh pit.
Yes, lost in the mosh.
He says he's coming.
Oh, sweet. All right, Caden's coming.
For context, we are huddled in our minivan that we tour in right now. We just got off the stage and it was too loud in there.
They escaped.
So we are in the van.
All right, so we're just going to roll right into our first question here. So way back in April of 2019, Hayley Williams, Paramore fame, she reshared your album. So how did that affect the band from like where you were to what happened after that?
April 1st, 2019, I peaked. Hayley Williams found our band. We're really not even sure how. I was like at work and I checked my phone and my phone was absolutely blowing up.
Caden has arrived.
Caden. Caden is coming in through the trunk. They're asking us how the Hayley Williams shout out changed our lives. It was great. Our listeners definitely spiked overnight, and I also looked at our gender ratio of our listeners, and it went from 60% male to 10% male, 90% female,
wow.
Which was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Other than that, I feel like my life is pretty completed, but we just have fans come up at shows every once in a while. They're like, "Oh, I found out about you from the Hayley Williams thing,"
right.
And that's actually kind of it.
Yeah, and none of it would have been possible without the album. So I just want to go straight into that.
Cool.
It's a shimmery, glimmery math rock masterpiece. It's got funny parts. It's got serious parts. It's just a great overall album, and
thank you.
Kind of just wanted to hear what you guys wanted to say about it.
We recorded that. Caden, what year?
Hello, I'm Caden. Christine and I recorded this record in 2017. This is before we have met Nicolette or Andy, so all the parts on the record were done by Christine, besides the drums, but if she could play them, she would have done them too, I bet. We did it throughout the summer. We recorded the record once, and then we didn't like it, and we got a whole bunch of new gear, so we recorded it a second time. And so the record that's out right now is the second time we recorded it.
Wow, okay.
And who did you make it with?
We made it with Lon Bashiri, who's just a very good friend of ours. We call him our fifth Beatle sometimes. In his shed and then in his living room, kitchen. Caden tracked drums in his kitchen. And he's still a great friend of ours. But this next record, we finally found our dream lineup. This is it, the four of us. This is Pool Kids, and we collaboratively worked on all these songs, and they're 10 million times better than Safe Sex.
Gotcha.
With everyone contributing. So
sweet. That's so exciting. It's really awesome to hear when you have the right people doing it, and
for sure,
you don't have to worry about anybody not pulling their weight or anything like that. You guys are all just
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I couldn't totally hear what your drummer said back there, Caden. Did he mention the flooding of the studio?
Oh, he did not. So that's a story for this upcoming record that's not out yet.
Okay.
That wasn't Safe Sex.
Gotcha.
We recorded this in August. We were in 3 different studios. Andy, you tell the flood.
We had just moved into the third and final studio. We were all riding high. We were super excited. Most of the, primary instrument tracking had been done, and we were going to this third, special studio to play around with all these insane instruments that were, collected there over the course of 20 years or something. So we're all giddy, happy, running around this amazing creative workspace. And we finished recording around 2 a.m. on the first day we were there. And a few hours later, we were woken up by the assistant engineer, and he was sleeping in the control room, which was in the basement of the creative space or studio, whatever you want to call
As
it.
you do, of course.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, it's nice and warm down here. All the rack gear is like emanating heat." And it was like a kind of chilly Pacific Northwestern day, I guess.
Mhm.
And he woke us up and said that there was 6 a.m. a few hours later, light flooding was his wording. And
we just wake up. We'd only been sleeping for a couple hours, and we wake up to the assistant engineer saying, "Hey, guys, bit of an emergency situation." And he's like, "There's some light flooding." Yeah, and we go downstairs, and it was just a disaster. All the amps, every single one of my pedals, Caden's entire drum kit. Yeah.
It really felt like, on top of all of that, like we weren't sure if the hard drive with all of our work was sitting like, 6 inches underwater. So there was a lot of panic, honestly. I'm gonna pass the mic back to Caden in the trunk now.
All the way back.
So we were standing there at the foot of the stairs, looking at the flood, and then we were like, being like, because as we left the session last night, the hard drive was on the ground, and we're just like, oh my God, 1, did we flood the studio? 2, we can't afford this. 3, did we lose a record? And 4, oh my God, Jake, the assistant engineer, you're not dead, because he just walked through like 6 to 8 inches of water, depending where, with outlets everywhere. Yeah. And so we were like, dude, you didn't get fried. Like, that is truly incredible.
Yeah. And then, Nicolette, how about you tell us from your point of view?
Oh, this is the best part, hands down. So, I like to sleep with AirPods in because I'm a psycho freak. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to fall asleep listening to white noise, ambient music, God knows what. Mm-hmm. So I was sleeping with my AirPods in, and because of this, I slept through everything. It was amazing. They saw me asleep on the couch as everyone was like awake, and like the first waves of shock were hitting them, and they were like, let her rest. Let her rest. Let her be. She doesn't have to live in this world yet. Let's just let her live in a different world for a little while longer. So that was great. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, there's a disaster. Great times.
Yeah, it sounded like, at least from the Instagram post that we were looking through, that it was quite a time, but your fans and your community were able to get you guys back on track, and that was
that was we have to mention that part. So obviously it derailed everything. We only had a few days left, and we were just so depressed, defeated, and spending all our time trying to dry out the basement and dry out Isaac Brock's like apparently $10,000 rugs, which is the
oh my God,
25,000 each. That's why he was freaked out.
Crazy expensive rugs, more expensive than most of the music equipment in the studio. Funny enough, and we were also panicking because we lost like a lot of our gear, and we were about to leave for a tour like right after getting back from like finishing that record. So we were just looking out at like, well, what do we do? So pretty quickly we asked a friend of ours to design a t-shirt for us. We threw it up as like a fundraiser just to raise money. Our good friend Joel Kirschenbaum at J Crumb, Honey TV, fabulous artist. And a t-shirt production company. But we threw those t-shirts up, and within like 24, 48 hours, we had like already like raised way more than enough to replace all of our gear, and all of the surplus funds, like once we'd replaced everything, was donated to a mutual aid charity in Chicago, which is awesome. Is it Belmont Craig Mutual Aid? Craig and Mutual Aid. Yeah. So that was like a really great way. Like we were like the community, like, quote unquote rallied for us, and like it was the least we could do to give back. So
that awesome.
We are so fortunate and so blessed.
And it was just in time for the Mom Jeans tour, right?
Yeah, we got everything good and settled.
How was that tour? Because I personally was at the Cleveland date for that tour. So
you got a Mom Jeans shirt on right now.
Yep.
Is that?
That was a very deliberate move, but how was it, touring? Because usually not many North Pole shows have bands that have been all across the country. So
nice.
How was that experience?
It was great. Touring with Mom Jeans is always great. They were actually the first band to ever like take a chance on us and say like, hey, we don't know y'all, no one we know knows you, but apparently Bart just like really our record, and they were just like, play some shows with us, and we were like, oh my God, like yeah. So we did, and we just hit it off with them. And we have a good relationship now. And so, sometimes we're blessed to be able to go on tour with them. Their fans are like absolutely ridiculous. The way they rabid.
One of
is
them
what
is
Andy
right
says.
here.
Yeah, no, but in
In
a
the
good
flesh.
way. It's like the best crowd to play to. You know what I mean? And they're just so receptive, and it's done a lot for us. Like them, taking us under their wing. It's really done a lot for us.
Yeah. All right, so we talked about some really big shows, but we do want to talk about the one that you guys just played. How did you like your little Fredonia pool party?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was great. I mean, I think this is the biggest house show or most populated house show I've personally ever been to. Yeah, I couldn't believe how well I could hear my vocals. They had monitors, great fucking setup.
Guess what? Those speakers came straight from the radio station.
Did they?
Yeah, last minute they asked for some speaker help.
Shouts out college radio. That's
Yep.
how Nicolette and I
Fredonia
met.
Radio Systems, baby.
Yeah. Andy, talk about the Twitter.
About the Twitter? Oh, yeah. So leading up to this little weekender that we've embarked on, this is the last date, by the way, we couldn't believe how many people were engaging with us like on social media and posting about this show specifically. And we've all been playing shows for quite a handful of years, like between the four of us. And it was pretty surprising how many times we saw like, can't wait, North Pole Strip Club. And we're like, this is
Fredonia
pretty-
loves you guys.
Yeah, I mean, apparently, we got this show through our friends in the band Super American,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
they were very encouraging about playing here. So I'll pass it to Christina.
Yeah, they used to. One of them used to live here, Dan McCormick.
Right. I think it might have been y'all that told me that Dan was actually in, what was it called? Kill the
Clock. Used
Kill
to
the Clock,
live here.
which was like they lived here and like I guess started this venue.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
A little bit before my time.
Yeah. We were actually playing Mom Jean's makeup shows, and Super American was playing those, which is how we met them.
Sweet. Yeah, I saw that on the
Yeah,
tour.
and I was with Dan in the green room, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you guys live in New York. We're trying to book a couple shows for New York Weekender. Like, help!" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I know just a spot, North Pole Strip Club. Like, I'll ask him, blah blah blah."
That
And
is
I was
amazing.
like, I was sick, and I didn't even say like, "Go for it, do it." I was just like, "Oh cool," and then we had to go on and play, and we come back in, and Dan's like, "It's booked. You're good to go." And I was like, "Oh okay." I almost cursed, but yeah,
That's
it was
okay.
it was great. It came together thanks to Dan. So.
Yeah. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
Dan. Shout out Super American. I love their music, and they're great,
Yeah,
funny people. So
they're amazing. All right. Well,
Yep.
thank you guys so much for this interview. Thank you for coming to North Pole Strip Club. Alex is asking
taking the
for it.
mic.
One more question before I let you guys go for the night. So I did some digging before this interview because
Some
I'm usually
snooping.
not the one asking the questions. I'm usually the one with this equipment. But I did see that you guys, once upon a time, long time away, you were featured on Taco Bell's Feed the Beat program.
Oh yeah.
I just really wanted to know what was the go-to Taco Bell order for each of you.
We actually. I'm reaching for it. We still have some of those gift cards left right here.
No way.
Yeah, we have like 3 Feed the Beat Taco Bell gift cards left. Nicolette, give your order, then I'll give mine.
Okay, so in my defense, this was before they just simply had the black bean Crunch Wrap Supreme. This is
Okay,
before, like, when you had to make all the modifications. And I did steal this order from a friend of mine who was the one that was like, this is what you got to do. So
Mhm.
anyway, my Taco Bell order, let's pretend that this is vegan, vegetarian friendly menu. So I get a Crunch Wrap Supreme,
Mhm.
sub black beans for beef, add potatoes, add rice. No nacho cheese, please. Add avocado ranch.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to throw at a Taco Bell employee
At
at,
one of
like,
the poor Taco
at
Bell
2 in the
cashiers.
morning, and like
That
yeah.
is, yeah.
bless them. And then we throw a bunch of complicated gift cards. Some of them work. Some of them have like 5 cents left on them. Some of them have like $1.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get like $500 worth of gift cards when you initially are awarded the Feed
Wow.
the Beat position. We ate a lot of Taco Bell for a couple summers, but yeah.
Respectable.
Anyway, all right, Caden, your order. You're up.
My order is quite simple. I just get the Crunchwrap Supreme, but I'm trying to eat healthier because my girlfriend's vegan and we moved in together, so my order has changed now. But I get the potato soft tacos.
Oh, respectable.
Yes, and then we went to the Kentaco Hut here, or the KFC Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, damn, Nicolette, because she got the potato soft tacos and the mac and cheese, and I was like, you should put the mac and cheese inside that as well.
Ooh.
I did not do that, but I will say that KFC mac and cheese was bustin'. I hadn't had it since I was a kid, but it was mad good.
I love Taco Bell. And then the next year for the Feed the Beat, we played a show with Maxiel at the East Coast Customs, and I climbed up a pole, and it was a fun photo. But they took that video of it and then put it in the next year's Feed the Beat for Maxiel.
That's awesome.
My mom was like, "You're on a Taco Bell ad," and I'm like, "Kind of. It's more for like Maxiel. I'm just like climbing a pole."
My current order, I don't remember what I got at the time, but is a Nacho Bel Grande, no beans, extra sour cream, add the triple blend cheese, and extra triple blend cheese. That's my go-to.
Nice. Yeah, you guys have this down to a
We had
science.
a lot of practice.
A lot of experimenting.
So my typical order is usually like a cheesy gordita crunch and some sort of whatever value burrito catches my eye first.
Mm-hmm.
But and Baja Blast, gotta have the Baja Blast.
I was waiting for someone to say
Yeah,
Baja Blast.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, what the heck is the point of going to Taco Bell if you're
without
not getting a
Baja
Blast?
Exactly. Thank you.
It enhances the flavor of the food. It is scientifically engineered to make that goodness hit hard. Yeah, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. I feel bad, repping this soda so much, but it's
good.
delicious. It's great. And yeah, the Pool Kids, when I was first, joining the band, they would always make me ask for filed sauce. It's like an inside joke of theirs, I guess, and you just kind of
Okay, it's just a dumb joke that you're not going to laugh at. But basically, they ask what type of sauce you want, and you try to make it sound like you're saying either fire or mild, and they can't really tell. And then it's fun to see which one they think you said. So you just say it, file. No, I was like, what? File. And then I don't know. It's just a surprise whether you get fire or mild, or nothing. Usually nothing. And then Andy started to blend hot in with it too. You make the vowel more of an O, and then it sounds like fire, hot, and mild. And yeah, that's our stupid Taco Bell bit.
Thank you so much. I was very curious because I myself love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So I was genuinely curious. But thank you guys so much for hanging out in your van.
Of course.
To record this interview. We really appreciate it.
We really, really back college radio because, again, that's how Nicola and I met. So
shout out to literally every person who listens to DIY music. Your one listen truly goes a mile. People listen to bands and they're like, oh, stream blah blah blah. Truthfully, you listen to that band and showing your friend goes the distance. It's worth more than merch sometimes. It's actually insane how much it means to bands our size when literally one person changes it all. So thank you to everybody who has supported this band, and also hope they support the next record just as much.
Absolutely. Well said. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for stopping by in Fredonia and for doing this interview. This has been the Local Lowdown with Alex.
And Jordan. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This show meant a lot to a lot of people here, and you guys had an amazing set. So that's all I got to say is thank you.
And this has been the Local Lowdown, a special High Noon Friday segment on 88.9 WCVF and 89.5 WDVF.